What is going on, guys? It's Sunday. I'm trying to find a spot for you to sit on the. We're in the FC. Just up. It's ooh. Oh man, I thought that was gonna be a good spot. Oh, look at that. Look at that. As long as I don't move too much, maybe that will stay until I start having to read comments. But yeah, it's Sunday Q&A, and we are in the FC. So I thought I blew this car up earlier today, but the brake booster line for the vacuum system just popped off. So luckily enough, we put that back on, and she was good to go. It was doing all kinds of crazy stuff. I didn't know what happened, but then once I got back to the shop, I figured it out. And I don't know, I like driving this car. It's a nice, fun JDM, like, what is this, an 80s car? 80s JDM car. But yeah, I put the poly engine and training mounts in. Very big improvement over what it was before. So yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be registering the Magnum. I got the other Magnum. I borrowed the headlights. Actually, I don't need those headlights for that car because it's going to be a Challenger front, but stole the headlights out of it. And now tomorrow we'll be registering the Magnum so I could legally drive it on the street. So since it's a Q&A today, I guess I can't leave that phone there forever because I need to see what you guys are saying. Let's see, what's up? Are you hiring? Man, I wish I made enough money to actually hire people. That'd be tight. Thought you were on vacation. Why would you think that? Oh man, I guess he's oh man, dang. Oh, geez. Hi from Mexico. What's up? Hi from Maine. What's up? Pittsburgh. Man, there isn't very many people in today. I'm kind of disappointed. So, yeah, I drove the Magnum yesterday. Technically, was the first real drive because the first drive I just drove it around the Junkyard area. I didn't really take it on the highway. I really never got it past 100 miles an hour. But yeah, it gets 150 pretty quick. So it's so nice. I mean, the power shifters and all that stuff, I just can't wait to rip on that thing. And it's just like so nice because it's all stock stuff. I don't really have to worry about anything. Just rip on it and it's good to go. But the I don't know, I can't wait to do the Hellcat one. The twin turbo like Hellcat. I'm not exactly sure how I'm gonna attack that build. I'm not sure if I'm gonna just do the whole thing at once or if I'll maybe do the body first. Actually, I probably won't do the body first. I might Hellcat swap it first so I could drive around like that and see how it is, and then go to twin turbos, and then after I have everything, like the whole setup, maybe I'll do the body afterwards. Because if I did the body first, it'd still be slow. I'm not exactly sure. We'll have to figure it out. It's definitely coming. I'm really happy that subscriber found me that 08 Magnum, saved it for me, and then he sold it to me pretty cheap compared to what you can find other 08s for. It's a V6 car. It has the automatic, the engine, it's blown up as well. And, you know, just gonna take all that stuff out. It has some 22-inch wheels on it. I'm gonna probably end up getting rid of those as well. And I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do with it. It means of the whole wheel and tire setup and stuff like that. What wheels I'm gonna use. I guess it kind of depends what comes with the Hellcat. But I mean, we will definitely see. So let's are you guys asking me any questions, or is this like the dead live stream? Let's see. Hi from Colorado. Where am I at? I'm downtown Maryland. Have you started the FD manifold yet? So the manifold is 100% designed. I need to just weld it is what it comes down to. Actually, I need to make the jig first and then weld it. But I don't know. I just been so busy with the Magnum, and then I was working on the FC, and it's it's coming. I just need to get on it, do it. The Magnum's pretty much complete. I should have another subscriber. He I think he bought a wrecked Charger, and he sold me the door panels and stuff off of that. So I should be getting door panels this week, as well as all the guts out of those doors. So I should be able to make all the doors work correctly. And then all I'll have to do is wire up the rear hatch and go from there. But I mean, once the door panels are on there, if the door panels just fit on those doors, the Magnum's gonna look tight inside. I mean, it's gonna be complete interior. I'll need to find some seats, but other than that, because that one seat has a blown bag, and those seats aren't super great, they're not super bad, but yeah, I can't wait till that thing's kind of like done. So it looks good, and it already drives good. But let's see. Hi from Mexico. What's up? Swap it first. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Hello from Scotland, Dave. Thanks. What's going on? So I'm guessing the Magnum completion is months away. So it kind of depends on what you consider complete, because all I really have left to do to the Scat Pack Magnum is the door panels and wiring the hatch, and then body work. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do about the front end, because I kind of want to drive around right now kind of haggard. So I mean, not haggard, but I wanted to drive around with the 08 front end, so it's kind of deceiving. It's a lot of people aren't going to expect it to have a 392. I already caught this one guy in a Scat Pack Challenger off guard, and he was just kind of confused when I started like pulling on him. So I just think it's going to be much better to do that. But at the same time, if I painted the car and then had to go back and repaint a whole front end of the newer Charger stuff, I just don't think it would make sense. So I think I'm just going to leave the body how it is, maybe start body working some of the dents and stuff. I'll end up most likely using the doors off of, or one or two of the doors off of the new Magnum, because I'm going to be putting newer style doors on there anyway. So I think we'll be able to kind of have the Magnum, the interior and the engine and the drivetrain is all going to be done relatively quick. I mean, I think that's going to be finished in the next week or so. Other than that, I'm guessing that a lot of the the body work always takes a long time, and I really have gotten to that point where I don't like making videos of doing body work, because it just takes so much time. People get disinterested. So it will get painted. Like I said before, I'm going to paint the same color as the Hellcat. So it's going to be the Octane Red, which is a color I really, really like. And I'm not exactly sure what the new Magnum's going to be, but what color it's going to be, but we'll figure that out later on and kind of go from there. So let's see. Can you sell me the Magnum you have now? So if you're talking about the Scat Pack Magnum, it will be for sale. It kind of depends if somebody wants to buy it before I do all the body work, or if they want to buy it 100% complete. Like I've said before, I'm thinking around the $25,000 range without body work, and in Octane Red, it'd probably be like $35,000. So I know a lot of people aren't going to really pull the trigger on that, because that's a lot of money for an 08 Magnum. Bank's not going to give anybody a loan, $35,000 or $25,000 loan on an 08 Magnum. So it's just going to have to be somebody that's really interested in having a quick Magnum. I mean, the car is quick. It's surprisingly quick, but I need to get another camera so I could kind of record some stuff. I want to get some people's reactions and stuff like that. So I do need to buy a newer GoPro because I'm kind of running out of GoPros since I broke those two, and just kind of go from there. But yeah, it just depends. Somebody's gonna have to probably end up having cash because you won't be able to get a loan on an '08 Magnum from a bank. They're not gonna do it. Let's see. You want the Scat Pack wagon? I mean, it's a tight car. Am I planning on fixing the window and doing body work from the falls? Yes, I plan on. So the initial plan was to get this new Magnum, swap everything over to it, and kind of just go from there because it is a clean car, but it itself still needs body work. It has paint chipping. It almost looks like somebody tried to break into the driver front door with like a crowbar or something, and it didn't mess up the metal. It just chipped all the paint off of the inside of the door. There's dings here and there. I mean, it's a really clean shell, but at the same time, it's a really clean platform to work off of. But at the same time, it has dings and dents here and there that really need to be addressed before it's 100% like clean cars. So yeah, I mean, it's just gonna have to get gone through. Let's see. 2JZ swap. I don't know. I have that 2J, and I've always been a bigger fan of RBs. Really, the only reason I did get the 2J was because I was going to swap it in the SC300 because it had the 1J. Then I ended up selling the SC300, and it's just kind of been sitting there. Trevor's robbed a lot of parts off of it. We used the bottom end on the giveaway Supra. He's used a lot of stuff on his S14. He's now used a lot of stuff on the Mustang. So it's pretty much a useless engine at this point. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do with it. I might just get rid of it, and then just kind of go from there. I've always liked RBs better, or RBs more. I do have pretty much everything to build in RB30, but that's for the 240Z project, and I really don't want to bring any of that stuff out until I'm 100% committed to doing that project, because I want to kind of bust that thing out like I did the Magnum and the Hellcat and the truck. I just kind of want to do it all at once, just so it's kind of done. Once it's done, it's done. Let's see. How bad is the damage on the Magnum rear quarter panel? There isn't really any damage on the quarter panel other than by the door, which there was already damage there to begin with. So, I mean, it would just have to be, grafted in. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. So, what about the door handles? What about them? New to the channel, can you talk about the Junkyard? So the Junkyard is my old boss's. He lets me use the shop, and I used to work there. I don't work there anymore, but yeah, I mean, he just lets me use it. So let's see. Why is it sunny and warm and cold and dark in Scotland? I mean, it's not, it's sunny here. It's probably in like the like 32 to like 40 degrees. So it's not warm, but it's not snowing. So that's the great thing about where I live. That's kind of one reason I like it. It's dry climate. It's kind of a desert climate. So you don't get as much snow. And when you do get snow, it dries out really quick, and it's always sunny. The one thing I really didn't like about living in Minnesota was that it was always during the winter, like 9 months out of the year, it was like overcast and gloomy, and it was just kind of depressing. So I do like the sun. Keep up the good work. Thanks. Let's see a good burnout. I'm in the FC, so hello from Jamaica. What is going on, Andrew? Hello from Cleveland. What's up, Thomas? Keep up the excellent work. Thanks, Andrew. Sell the Scat Pack Magnum. That is the plan to me. I mean, it's for sale. Bust out the checkbook. Howdy, Dave. What's up, Tony? Hit that like button. Hell yeah. Don't put the wing back on. I mean, I like the wing. I just I think a lot of people, it's this one thing that I've always had is I could kind of envision stuff, and that's how I've always built all my cars, the same way I built the Magnum. So the wing, I have this picture in my mind, and all I have to do is execute it. So it's a long way from being executed. I mean, I have the rough draft, and it's kind of like writing an essay for English. You just kind of have to keep editing it till it's what you want. More of the FC. I have an FC video coming out this week, so you should be pumped. You do good work, so finish the Magnum. I mean, thanks. Put the wing on when it's finished. Hell yeah. Look out, spoiler debate started. Trade you the Patriot for Magnum. Is the Hellcat finished? So like I've said in a few other Sunday Q&As, the Hellcat just needs the hood and the bumper painted. I've just been waiting to use the paint booth. It's just been, I don't know, it's just been kind of difficult. So hopefully something happens where I can actually get this stuff painted. My friend Brandon wants me to bulletproof his 6-liter or re-bulletproof his 6 liters. So that's probably going to take like 3 or 4 days to do, because well, I mean, he has to get all the parts out first. So it's going to be new heads, same stuff I did in mine, brand new heads, new head gaskets, 100% all new gaskets, a new turbo, and just kind of go from there, kind of depending on what's wrong with his. It shows that his has 2 dead cylinders with 0 compression. So I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see when we get the heads off if there's melted pistons, if he needs a short block or what. Let's see. Can the Magnum do a burnout this time? I mean, it did a pretty good burnout. I'm in the FC. I'm not even at the junkyard. I mean, it did a pretty good burnout that one time, and that was barely even trying. That's why you never invest too much on salvage cars. I mean, the Magnum has a clean title. Just because it goes through the... I have this feeling that a lot of people have this misconception about if a car goes through the auction, it's a salvage car. You can buy... A lot of dealers get their cars through auctions, so most of the cars, like probably your car that you're driving right now, went through an auction that the dealer bought, wrecked, or something was wrong with it. They fixed it, and then they sold it to you for like dealer price, like probably like 20 grand over book or 10 grand over book or whatever it was. But yeah, the Magnum has a clean title. My truck has a clean title. The Challenger has a clean title. The black Challenger, the Scat Pack Challenger had a clean title. The Hellcat has a salvage title, but that's I knew that when I was getting into it. Literally, if you have an account, they have a VIN checker, so it tells you exactly what's on the title, what brands there are, what happened to it, stuff like that. So it's pretty easy to figure out what cars are what and what to buy and what not to buy. So it's I just feel like there's this misconception. If it goes through the auction, it's like a salvage car. It's not. There's a lot of clean title cars that you can get for really, really cheap from the auction. Would I consider an old British build? So I have been looking, I've really been debating on getting a TR6, but I don't know. I was almost gonna go up and buy one. There was one up in Denver, and then I just didn't end up doing it. But if I did a British build, it probably would be a TR6, because I really like how those look, and I feel like they would look really good with like 19 or 18-inch wheels on it, and everybody that builds them always puts those small like 15s or 16s on them. So I think with like bigger wheels and a different power plant, stuff like that, I mean, maybe I could throw the JZ in that because it did come with a inline six from the factory. So I don't know, maybe. I mean, we'll see. Trade my Firehawk for the Magnum. Let's see. My mom has a V6 Magnum. Is the Magnum a salvage title? No, neither Magnum I have has a salvage title. Let's see. I have a 2008 Charger. Is it possible? It's the same chassis, so you should be able to swap everything over. Same mods that I had to do to mine is gonna pretty much be what you have to do. I don't know. Let's see. Florida weather is 70 here. That wouldn't be bad. Let's see. It's warming up here in Chicago, 0 degrees. Yeah, that's another thing about Minnesota. I remember one time it was like -50. It was definitely cold. Do a 90s F body. Let's see. Old school 60s build. Is it possible to do interior dash swap without swapping the motor? I'm guessing you probably could. I don't know why you would, but you would probably just have to do a pinout on the ECU so the gauges and everything work, because they should still be all the same. And I think the plugs are technically the same, but I think the pinout would just be a little bit different. Love the channel. Keep up the good work. Thanks, Rich. I have a 2020 Silverado. Hell yeah. Let's see. Do I like cheese curds? I mean, they're not bad. $20 bill. Kind of crash with a truck carrying cheese curds, huh? Let's see. Are you going to drift the Magnum wagon? So it does get sideways extremely easy, just like the Hellcat. But since it's automatic, I mean, I could drift it, but it being like a drift car, a dedicated drift car would be unpractical. So impractical, whatever. With the wind chill, it's -38. When did you decide to do YouTube full time, not punch a clock? So I kind of decided to start doing YouTube after the whole, when I got laid off from Cummins. It was just kind of, I don't know, it's kind of at the same time. So there's two things. The good thing about working at a corporation or a company is you get benefits, you get health insurance, you get all the perks. But at the same time, the company doesn't really give a shit about you. And at the end of the day, if they want to, you know, if their CEO wants a bonus for the end of the year so he can buy his wife a brand new like McLaren or some BS like that, they're just going to lay people off. So the whole YouTube thing is, as long as I do videos and stuff like that, hopefully it's more of a hopefully that it'll keep progressing to the point where I could actually support the builds from YouTube, but I'm a long way from that. Even if I did my own business, I probably would be better off than working for a corporation. There's just, I mean, it's cool that like when you go out and I don't know, a lot of people are just like, where do you work? And I'm just like, well, I don't, I just do my own thing. I mean, but like when you say that, if you say that to like a girl or something, they're just like, well, this dude doesn't have a job. He's broke. So it's just like that, I don't know, that job security kind of thing. Like people are looking for security. So they're kind of like comparing themselves. But if they think you're like, I don't know, it's just weird doing YouTube because people don't consider it a job, because people really don't, like even older people, they don't understand that you can actually make money from YouTube. So it's just weird. I mean, I just hopefully I can get to the point where it supports the builds and all that good stuff, but I mean, we'll just kind of go from there. See, what am I going to do with the 2JZ? Probably just, I don't know, I might end up just selling it as a parts engine. They're still a good bottom end with a good crankshaft and rods and pistons and a good head with cams and everything. 2J non-VVTi is it's still worth like $1,000 to like $1,500. So I don't know. And then Trevor still owes me some pistons, which I'm probably gonna just get some 10 and a half to 1s or something for the RB30. I just have to kind of decide what compression ratio I want. Let's see. Let's see. Love the channel, dude. Just started following you for the Magnum. Hell yeah. Tight. Well, is that it? I mean, we got ourselves a 30-minute live stream. It looks like the 3000 GT and update. I haven't done much to it in the last week. I've looked at it. It's I need, like I said about the Hellcat, I need a paint booth so I can paint the stuff. I'm not exactly sure what I'm gonna do about that. I might just end up making a paint booth out of some tarps at the junkyard and just painting everything over there, or do the same thing, maybe do it over at my shop, and just so I can get everything painted. I need to paint the Hellcat hood, 3000 GT hood, the 3000 GT doors, the rear bumper. I need to paint the bumper for the Hellcat. I mean, it's just a lot of stuff to paint and not enough. I mean, I don't have the paint booth to do it, so we'll figure it out. I mean, it's one of those things. Just gotta work through it, figure it out, and that's kind of why I've put it kind of on the back burner. So I mean, we'll see. Let's see. Do it at the shop has better heat. So the junkyard has a radiant heater, so it actually has better heat at the junkyard than at my shop, because it has my shop has the just like one of those blower heaters. I'm not sure what they're called, but it just really blows a lot of air around, and the radiant heat just really heats everything up. So we'll see. So we're at 30 minutes almost. By the time I'm talking, we'll be at 30 minutes, and there really isn't very many questions today. So I think I'm going to end the live stream here so I could go home and edit another video, because I need to upload another video for tomorrow, and kind of do some stuff, because I need to get everything ready for registering the Magnum tomorrow. I need to figure out what I do with the title. It's probably my safe, and kind of just get everything in order. So okay, somebody has a question. What is it? when I'm working on the Magnum, why haven't I replaced the side glass? So I'm looking for a side glass. So the 08s have privacy glass, and the guy, when I had the windshield installed, looked up one to see how much it costs, and it was like $400 for a brand new one. So I've been looking at junkyards to try to find a privacy glass for one, and then I'll put it in. But I do want to fix that dent before I put a new window in, and then kind of, you know, maybe body work it a little bit, put the window in, and I don't know, we'll see. I'm not sure. I want to put the window in though, because if I start driving it, I'm going to need to have a window in there, so when I lock the car, people can't get into the car as easy. Okay. So now that we've talked about some stuff and what's going to happen with the Magnum, that's I'm going to end the video here so I can get another video edited for tomorrow. And thanks for watching the live stream. And I guess wait for tomorrow's Magnum video, because Monday is a Magnum video. So thanks for watching. See you guys later.